Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Jessica and I am the knitter behind Little Slice on Paradise, where I'm turning my knitting into a business one stitch at a time. This year I'm on a mission to knit 1,200 items to sell at markets, and I'm bringing you along on the journey with me. If you've ever wondered, could you actually make money knitting, or if you've dreamed about selling knitting at markets, I am here to encourage you that it is possible. This year I'm on a mission to knit 1,200 items to add to my inventory so I can sell them at market. Today is my week 3 update, and I've been working on something extra fun, my little knit frog hats, which I'm kind of obsessed with. I'll show you what I made, what's working, and how consistency is the key to building this into a real business. Let's take a look. Good morning. We just drove 40 minutes into town for Mabel's dentist appointment, only to realize they canceled it, and it's in 3 weeks now. So we are at the local park. I am knitting on today's strawberry hat and gonna let the kids run before we get back in the car to drive home. So that was a bummer because that was a waste of the morning. But at least we get to go to the park and I get some knitting done in the sunshine. It's supposed to be like 80 degrees today, so I'm happy that we're at the park before it gets too hot. But yeah, that's what we're doing now. We moved into the shade because it got way too hot in the sunshine. So I am working on my strawberry hat, and I'm just now getting to the green stems. And yeah, I thought I would chit chat with you guys for a little bit. Last night I did something really big for me. When I was in Arkansas, I had got accepted to the California Strawberry Festival, which I had really been excited to get into. It's like the state strawberry festival. But I was in Arkansas, I got my acceptance letter. But leading up to that, I was counting down the days till I would find out if I got into this festival. And leading up to it, I was so excited. But then in Arkansas, as I was anticipating the letter, to either say I was declined or accepted, I just had this feeling that I shouldn't do it. And I don't know why. The festival, I would have to get a hotel. You would have to go set up the night before, so it'd be a 3-day, probably a 4-day deal, because it's like 6 hours away from me. And so there's no way I could drive home with the kids on a Sunday night after the festival. So we would have had to go down on Friday, set up, spend the night in a hotel Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night, and then drive back on Monday. And I just felt this feeling like I shouldn't do it. And so then I got the acceptance letter, and I was super excited that I got in. And I thought, okay, I'll just pray about it, because sometimes I get accepted, or I'm excited about something, and then like the day of, I'm like, I don't want to do it. And then once I get there, it's fun. And so I didn't want this to be like I'd got my dopamine hit, from getting accepted. And I didn't want it to be just in my head, like, now I don't want to do it. So I thought I would take some time, I would pray about it, and then I had until this morning to decide. And the more I thought about it, the more I just thought, I'm not supposed to do this. And so I was expecting like a $5,000 to $10,000 sales weekend for this festival, which is a big chunk of a big chunk of money. And mainly because my strawberry hats are my biggest seller. And so I thought selling at the State Strawberry Festival would be a great way to sell a lot of my hats. So since I'm not doing it, I officially declined their offer last night. I'm just going to trust God that He will provide the sales that I need this year. And if He does not provide the $5,000 to $10,000 that I was hoping from this festival, then that's okay. And I'm not meant to have that. And I'm going to be okay with that. So yeah, for those of you that aren't Christians, I don't know, it might seem a little bit counterproductive or contrary to my goals, but as a Christian, I just felt like God was telling me not to try to control everything and to trust Him. And so that's what I'm going to do. So that was my big thing that happened yesterday. I'm still going to be cranking out my strawberry hats, and we will see what happens. I do still have a festival in May, so I'm going to go to that one, but that's local, so I won't need to get a hotel and drive 6 hours, which will make it a lot easier. So I have a festival in May. I have one in June. I think I applied to a second one in June that I'm waiting to hear back from. So I think we have at least one every month until the fall, and then it starts picking up. So my plan is just to keep working on my 1,200 items before November, and we'll go from there. So I'm now starting the decreases on my strawberry hat, and yeah, then I brought like 4 more skeins of yarn. But like I said, it's getting really hot here, so I'm not sure how long we'll be able to stay at the park. I am over in like the picnic area, and they have these sunshades above me, which is super nice, but on the playground itself, there's not very much shade, so the kids are gonna get tired real quick. But yeah, I'm gonna keep on knitting, and I'll check in with you guys later. All right, bye. Well, it is about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I have not done much knitting today at all, but I finished at the park 1 strawberry hat, and then I just knit this little strawberry mouse. So check this out. Look at how cute this is. I don't know what you do with it, but I really wanted to make it. And yeah, it's like that big. I don't know if I like the tail knotted or if I want it unknotted. See if I can unknot it with one hand. Or maybe if I make it again, I'd make the tail longer. I don't know, like that. Little mouse. So that's item number 2 for the day. I also, at the park, I cast on for a little purple hat. So that'll be item number 3. And then I just have 2 more to do tonight. So not horribly bad, but not ahead of schedule. Also, I realized that tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day, and so the kids want to build St. Patrick's or leprechaun traps, and then I have to figure out what I'm going to do to pretend to be a leprechaun and what the leprechaun can leave for them, so I don't know. I got to figure all of that out tonight. So, yeah, I'm going to head upstairs, let them build their traps, I'll knit while they work on their traps, and then we'll have dinner and go from there. But I thought I would check in with you and show you guys my little strawberry mouse, because he is really cute.
What side is the door side? This side? Whatever side?
Yeah, whatever side you're really.
Look, Mommy.
Look at that. Yeah, you got the door. Thatcher, what are you building?
Leprechaun trap.
Mabel, what are you making?
A leprechaun trap.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Today is March 17th, 2026. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I thought I would check in with you. I just finished knitting this hat. So this is in the child size. It should fit like a 2 to 5 year old. Yesterday I made a baby size one. So today I made the bigger one. And then we went into the park earlier today and I knit. I'm trying to get it with one hand. This little sweater. Look how sweet this is. Well, okay. Can you see it like that? So it needs a button. It has a buttonhole right somewhere. I can't find it right here. There's the buttonhole. So it just needs a button, and I think it's gonna be super sweet. So those are my 2 items that I've done so far today. I did finish a sweater I started yesterday. It looks horrible right now because there's so many ends to weave in, but this is that same sweater I just showed you, but bigger and strawberry. So let's see if I flip it back over. Look, I made a strawberry. So I still need to add some white seeds here and here, and then it has all, look at this mess, all these ends to weave in. Oh, this was not very fun to make, and I'm not sure if I'll do it again, but I had the idea in my head and I really wanted to try it, and so yeah, so I did. So technically I finished 3 items today, although I will not weave in these ends today because I really don't feel like it. So I still need to knit at least 2 more things. Yeah, and then we'll be on track for 5 items a day. So it's my kids' quiet time is just now over. So we're gonna go upstairs. Last night the leprechaun came. The kids did not catch him in their traps, but he did make some cupcakes and leave them. So after the kids' quiet time, we're gonna go enjoy a little miniature cupcake and yeah, maybe go outside. It's like 87 degrees. It's super hot today. And so we went to the park this morning before it got crazy hot. So I'm not sure what we'll do this afternoon, but I'm gonna pack my knitting project to go upstairs and then go knit some more with the kids. So I will check in with you guys later. Later that day, we were trying to leave our house to go somewhere and we got stuck behind country traffic. So this guy was just cruising down the road, taking his sweet time. With the price of gas, I really can't blame him. And the kids thought it was pretty entertaining to be stuck behind a cowboy on a horse and not able to pass him.
He got it to the...
Hi friends, today is Friday. Oh, I don't even know what date it is. The 20th, I think. Yeah, it should be the 20th of March, 2026. And it is so hot here. I think we clocked it in at 92 so far this afternoon. And I'm in California. I live by the beach, so we never get this hot. And none of the houses have air conditioning. So I've got my tower fan right behind me. I had to turn it off because it was really loud for the video. So as soon as I stop recording and talking to you guys, I'm gonna go turn it back on because I am dying. It's just way too hot. I took the kids to the park this morning and put my chair in the shade and was able to knit. And it felt so good because there was a breeze. But now that I'm back in my house, there's no breeze. I have right in front of me is a window, but the windows in my house don't open. Only the windows in the kids' rooms open, and they open this way. They're sliding windows, and my kids are on the 2nd story, and I'm always so nervous they're gonna like fall out the window and die. So they only have their windows cracked a little bit. I don't know why you would put windows in a house that don't open. I don't understand. But it is what it is. So I can't even open the windows and get a breeze inside. So it's pretty miserable indoors. As soon as the kids are done with their quiet time, we're going to go back outside and sit in the shade. We have like one of those big watering stock tanks that we used for the cows. And we've been filling it up and letting the kids play in it. kind of like their redneck pool, but it helps cool them off, and they are entertained for hours. So we put it in the shade, and they can just play in it and have a blast. So, news. I think last time, well, a couple days ago, I was telling you that I was accepted to the California Strawberry Festival, and then I declined it because it didn't sit right with me. And I think I was explaining to you that the festival is like 6 or 7 hours away. We would have had to get a hotel, and it would have been like a 4-day deal because the festival was Saturday, Sunday, and you had to go set up on Friday, and then we would have to spend the night Sunday. So it'd be Friday to Monday in a hotel, quite a few hours away. My husband wouldn't be able to come because he has a regular job. So it would be me and the kids away for quite a while on our own, trying to deal with the huge festival. So I declined it. But then today, while we were at the park, I got an email saying I was accepted to do a local market. It's just a 1-day market. I've done these ones before. And it's Saturday the 4th, so the day before Easter, and it's in like 2 weekends. So I have very little time to prepare for this market, but it's a good thing we've been doing our challenge, and I've been working my tush off to build up inventory. And it's kind of a blessing because in my calculations for how much inventory I needed, I was including the Strawberry Festival. And so I was thinking I would need a lot of inventory for that, especially my strawberry hats. But now that I'm not doing that festival, it kind of frees up some of my inventory. I'm not changing my goal of 1,200 items before November. I'm still going to work towards that goal. I'm not sure I'll complete it. I'm not sure I'll get to 1,200, but I'm going to do my best. And yeah, so thankfully I've been working a lot, just preparing for upcoming markets. And so it's not like now that I have a market in 2 weeks, I have no product for it. So I'll have plenty. But what I don't have is spring items. I have a lot, I have been working a lot on my strawberry hats and my baby fruit hats. And then I have a new hat to show you that I haven't shown you yet that's been super fun, and I made 4 of them so far today, but I'll show you that in a minute. So what I realized is I wasn't planning on doing this market in April, so I don't have very much spring inventory. The Strawberry Festival was going to be at the end of May, and I was mainly going to bring strawberry stuff. So I'm not even going to try to do anything Eastery because the market's just the day before Easter. And if I make Easter stuff and it doesn't sell, I don't want to have to sit on it for a whole year. But I am trying. The past couple days I've been working on this new project, and I think this will be really good for spring. So let me show you what I've been doing. First, let me show you the ones that are not completed yet and see if you guys can guess. Okay, so we've got this green, these ones, and then I also have this green. Okay, they don't look like anything yet, right? Not very exciting. These are square tops compared to my normal rounded beanie top. If that gives you a clue as to what this is going to be. Okay, any guesses? You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll show you now. They're frog hats. They're so cute. So this is a child size, but when you wear it, the head rounds out, and let me see if I can put it on a skein of yarn to show you. So the head rounds out, and then the ears pop up, or the eyes pop up. Normally I do this for cat hats, but this way it has the little froggy eyes. So I think these are going to be super cute, and oh my goodness, it's getting so hot without the fan on. And good thing I had started making them because now I have a spring market. So it all works out. God's got this. Whether or not you believe in God, I do. And I was really feeling I was feeling both disappointed that I wasn't doing the Strawberry Festival, but also at peace with it. It just seemed very daunting to do on my own, and it didn't sit well with me even after I got the acceptance. So I feel like this is just a God thing. But yeah, so I've knit, this guy is complete. I think I knit a baby size. It's over my basket. This one is like a little baby size. This one is the adult size. No, this one is, maybe they're both. Oh yeah, this one's the adult size. This one's the child size. So I typically do 3 sizes of my hats. I have baby, which fits like 0 to 9 months. And then I have child, which is like, it fits like 2 to 7-ish. After that, they pretty much fit in an adult hat. So, a lot of the patterns are in a multiple of 4 stitches. So in between the baby and the child size, there's not enough multiples of 4 to make like a larger baby size. So it's kind of like if the baby doesn't fit in the small baby one, they're just gonna have to fit in the child size or go find something else, which is fine too. So anyways, I've knit these 4 plus in my bag from today. I knit this one today, this baby one today, this child one today, and hold on, my whole pile, oh sorry, the whole cameras. And then I took this one as a size reference, but I have this one as well. And that's all of the frog hats. So I do need to weave in all these ends. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Hold on. Oh no, okay, you're still sliding. All right, there. Okay, so I do need to weave in all the ends, and then I'll show you what I've been doing for the eyes. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna show you real quick before I die of heat stroke. I got this little thing of felt from Hobby Lobby, and I just trace, I have like a little screen cleaning spray bottle, and so I just trace the circle on the bottom of that, cut it out. The pattern, so this pattern is the Portland, it's like the Portland frog hat. It's a pattern for like a protest in Portland. I'm not even sure what they're protesting. I don't know. I don't really get into politics with my knitting, but I thought the pattern was cute. And I think people down here won't really associate it with whatever Portland protest it is. And if they do and they like it, that's fine. But yeah, so the pattern said to cut a circle in felt. It's a very like loosey-goosey, it's a free pattern. And it only has the adult size. So I did have to adjust it to have a baby and a child size as well. But they say cut out a circle in the white, and then they say use a black button for the center of the eyes. So I did buy buttons at Hobby Lobby. They only had really little or really big. And so I bought the really big ones to put on the adult hat. Okay, so they only have the pattern for the adult size. And so the buttons I found would work for the adult hat. But in Hobby Lobby, I found these. They're felt eyes, and they're sticky backed too. So you punch them out, you peel off the sticker. So I've been cutting the white circle out of the, did I say this was foam? If I said foam, I meant felt. If I said felt, then I'm just going crazy. But this is felt, clearly. So I cut out a circle on the felt, and I stick this guy on. And then when I'm going to put it on the hat, I use a needle and black thread, and I pierce through the black eye, like the pupil, the felt, and then I sew it into the frog hat. So that way I'm not worrying about the sticker part of the eye coming off. I don't want people to think my hats are cheaply made, and I would be afraid if I just stuck it on the felt and didn't sew through it, that it might start to fall apart, and then people might question the quality of my work. So I sticker it on, and then I sew it down as well, and I think that will cover all of the bases. Yeah, so I'm going to sign off for right now, and I'm going to turn my fan on, and I'm going to be working on these. Also, I want to have more, sorry about the dog. more smaller priced items for the market that's in 2 weeks. So I do want to work on some gnomes and some chickens to have those ready for the market, and maybe some hair bows too, since those are kind of spring and Eastery. So I might be done making hats today and then work on those items just so that I can have a wider variety of price points for the market that's in 2 weeks. So I'm so glad you guys are here, and I will check in with you later, but thanks for watching so far. Bye. This is totally not knitting related, but I wanted to show you. We have 4 duck eggs in this incubator that are from our ducks. But look, let's see if I can take this off real quick, one-handed. No, hold on, I'm gonna put you down. Look at this. Do you see what's happening? The little duckling is gonna poke through. So there's one, and then this one's starting to do it too. The other 2 have not yet. We're gonna have baby ducks.
Hello.
Mabel, explain to the video what it is.
It's a little duckling.
How did it get in there?
Because we put the ducks in there.
You put a duck in there?
Yeah.
You put a whole duck inside there?
No. We
What's
put
going
it
on
the
inside
egg. We put it the eggs in there and it hatched.
Oh, okay.
Can you be quiet? I want them to be able to hear the beep, 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 beep. Video.
Okay, what did you wake up to find?
Two little ducklings.
2 duckies. Should we hold one? No. Hello friends. So I can't find my normal tripod, so you guys are a little bit shorter than normal. So yeah, it is what it is. I have a new tripod coming tomorrow, but for now we're just gonna have to deal with this little short one. So I'm sorry for like the cleavage included in this video, but whatever. Okay, so this week I got a lot of knitting done, and I'm super excited about what I was able to knit. So let's get to it and I will show you. I started knitting, let me see if I got all of them. Okay, I think this is all of them. Frog hats. and they are adorable and I love them and I'm obsessed, and I made them in like every size. So let's start. Here's the littlest one, and then they go slightly bigger, and then they go adult size. So you've got 3 different sized frog hats. If you don't like them in this color, they also come in this solid color, which is more froggy, but I don't know. I just love this green. So I have child size in this one, another one in this one, another child size. I have a baby size in the light green in my other basket, but so I'm going to count that one. I have it in my other basket because I was measuring for the hats I was making today. So let's count the froggy hats. 1 in the basket, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 froggy hats. Okay, let's put those aside. Then, to make them even cuter, I made froggy gnomes. I love them. So this is 9, 10. This guy has a green beard. 11. Oh, that might be all the froggy gnomes. This one is a girlfriend. 12. Okay, let's put those here and see if they shake the camera. Okay, we're at 12 items for the week. 13. 14. 15. 16. Then we made a little strawberry mouse. 17. 18. 19. I made a little sweater. It still needs a button. This would be 20 for the week. 21. There's the tag. 22. 23. 24. 25. Running out of room on my lap. 26. A little shrug. 27. A chicken. 28. Oh. 29. 30. And then we have 4 more chickens, so that's 34. I swear I have another item somewhere because I made 35. I'll find it later and show you guys later. I had said in my last video, or in one of the other videos, that I wanted to knit some smaller ticket, like price ticket items. So these little chickens are $10. They're super cute. They're super basic. At a lot of the markets, there's crochet vendors selling the Mabel chicken, which is so much cuter than these little chickens. But they tend to sell for like $18 to $20 around here. And they're totally worth that because they take way more time than these guys. But I find people like the little $10 items. And so these are a lot more basic than the crocheted Mabel chicken. But if kids or people have a limited budget, these are a great, they'll just take a $10 chicken. So I do want to get some more of these knit up before my Easter market. But I have 5 of those. And then the gnomes are my next highest item. So here, let me put all of this off my lap before it all just falls. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, the gnomes are my next highest item, but still in a lower price point, and these guys are 30. Yeah, I think they're super cute. And I love the idea that you could get a gnome and a matching baby or kid's hat, and just have like a gift idea. These are not really baby safe because the buttons are sewn on. The nose is sewn on. It's not glued on or anything. But I still wouldn't give these to like a little baby. But yeah, I love the fact that they go together, and a child could definitely play with this. I do put beans in the bottom, so they're weighted, so they'll kind of just hang out. If you want to put them on your desk or your shelf or whatever, the back just looks plain like that. Kind of got squished in the basket. But yeah, super cute. And I love that the frog eyes look like they're the gnome eyes. So this week I worked on the $10 items, the $30 items, and then I don't know if I showed you guys in a previous video. This style is done on my knitting Addy machine, which is like the crank machine. So you still have to sit there and hand crank it. But I'm not stitching them with needles because that would take way too long. So this is just a tube done on the hand crank Addy machine. So it's with way thinner yarn. These ones are hand knit on needles with really chunky yarn. So you can see the stitch difference. But these ones, I found the yarn in my stash. It was a Hobby Lobby clearance yarn, and I was going to knit a sweater out of it. And it's 100% merino wool, and it was marked down to like, I don't know, $2 or $3. And I was super excited because it's merino wool, so it fits in with my expensive items. But because they're done on the Addy machine, they only take like half an hour maybe. And because the yarn is Hobby Lobby yarn instead of this Malabrigo wool, I can charge a lot less for these. So typically with the Malabrigo ones that are done on the Addy, I think I charge $50, maybe even $60, because the yarn is way expensive. But because this is Hobby Lobby yarn, even though it's still merino, I think I'm going to lower the price to like $40. So that way I'll have options for adult hats that are still within most people's budget. They're still getting the merino effect, the merino quality, but it's more budget friendly. So these three are the Hobby Lobby yarn. And I'm not sure if I have more in my stash. I don't see any more on my shelf. But at least these can be a little bit cheaper. This one is done on the Addy knitting machine, but it is the Malabrigo yarn. So I'm not sure if I just price all of them at like $40 and just have a less of a profit margin on these guys. Or if I mark these guys down, I don't know. We'll see. But I liked the fact that I had lower budget merino hat options for people. So those turned out pretty well. The frog hats are my favorite. This little strawberry mouse I knit, he's cute. I don't know. He took like an hour, so I'm gonna have to charge like $40. And I'm not sure people are gonna pay $40 for a mouse. If not, he'll just be like a decoration item on top of my booth, and we'll see. Yeah. He's kind of like opposite of the $10 chickens. Those are like super budget friendly, and he is little, but very expensive for a little guy. But I wanted to make the pattern just to try it out, and I can check it off, say I've done it. And yeah, so these frog hats are my favorite item of the week with the frog gnomes. I just think they're so cute. So those are my items for week number 3 of my challenge. And I swear I have a 35th item. It might be in my basket that I took to the park today. So I will let you guys know if I find it. Otherwise, we're at 34 items, which is still pretty good. My goal was 35 for the week. So whether we hit 34 or 35, I am pretty pleased with that. So thank you so much for watching this week's update. I will check in with you guys next week. I have some super exciting things that I knit today, but this was all the stuff that was knit in week 3. So today's items were knit in week 4, so I can't show you those. But stay tuned because they might be even cuter than the frog hats. In any case, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in next week's video. Take care. Bye. Okay, I was right. I found my 2 other items. So it is 35. I had told you I had a baby size frog hat in my basket. So that was item number 34, but what I forgot I had in the basket was another frog gnome. This one has a glitter beard. So this guy makes 35. I was right. Thank you for watching. Bye, friends.